I found a gun. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm sorry about that. We're actually in the last minute of the last hour of the last day of the hunt. So, yeah, I'm going to throw them all together. I'm at the bone hunt. I've been out here a bunch of days, and this is the last day. I'm just going to put them all in one video. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in about 17 minutes at the end, and I'll say bye. I have no idea how long it's going to be. So I finally made it to the best of the Northeast hunt, bone hunt. I always thought it was New England, which I kind of like better, best of New England. And this is the first morning. It's kind of a wild hunt. Everybody's getting ready. The property's out this way somewhere, I think. Couple hundred acres, something like that. Cellar holes, New England stuff. Dandy buttons, George Washington buttons, King George coppers.
This field to the bucket line, out to the harrower. You can go down the woods, stay on this side of the railroad tracks.
This side of the bucket.
We'll do the raffle and then we'll get going.
So that's your best find so far?
So far.
All right. Let's look at it.
That's awesome.
Look. It's a newt. Is it just crawling in the grass?
Yeah, I didn't want to step on him. I just hung.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good find. Thanks for sharing that with me.
No worries, man. Thanks. That is funny.
What you find?
I just found a hand grenade.
Hand grenade. Dude.
Fire in the hole.
That's weird.
Yeah. It rang up a 13.
Sweet. Somebody cut it, so you know, as a display piece. So it's perfectly safe. Yeah.
That's the coolest thing.
Could be like a lighter or something, but it looks like it's filled with lead. You know?
No.
That's what it is. A pineapple grenade.
Wow. How old are they?
Did you find it right down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I found a military insignia right there too.
Okay.
So somebody lived in the house.
Wow.
World War II.
That is cool.
No
I wonder if they
kidding.
let you on the plane with that.
Maybe. Yeah, I'd say.
You might have to put
Can I
that
see
in
it?
the old
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring it on the plane.
Oh,
Even
wow.
though it's safe. Even though it's safe, I wouldn't bring it on the
Yeah, is it
plane.
real or is it
Yeah.
just like one
Have
of
somebody
those?
ship it to
I
you.
think
No, it's a real
it's
grenade.
real.
Cut it to empty it.
Man,
Isn't that cool?
that is awesome.
I like that. Found a
Good on that.
grenade. Grenade.
Now that's something that doesn't happen very often.
No, that's for sure. That's really cool.
Maybe if you're like in Germany or something, but
Yeah, that's awesome.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
think
that's
I've
the thing, you
ever
never
even
know.
done one of these things.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's about lunchtime. Well, it is lunchtime. I didn't really make any video out in the field because I was too busy digging. I want to show you what I just found, what I found this morning. I'm getting ready to head back out again. These are my goodies so far. I got a Rains guide, a couple little buckles. I guess my best find is probably this military insignia, a chevron. I don't know if it goes that way or this way, if it's Navy or Air Force or Army. Got a little railroad button, a flat button or two, and battery core. Drop your glove. And that lady found the grenade right where I was finding all that stuff, so I missed that one. But we're gonna go back out now and find some more stuff. Let me grab a battery first, down to 1 bar. You get something?
Yeah, I found a button.
A button. Awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Shank's intact.
Sweet. Congratulations. Not
Thank
too
you.
many targets in this little area either, is there?
No, it's very quiet.
Quiet. It's awesome, man. Beautiful sight to look at that. I like that right there. Not next to the ant mound, is it? That I was just kicking. Think you have another button?
Yeah, about 20 feet away from the other one.
Wow. Oh, wow, look at that.
You can see where the shank was.
What is it? Heck yeah, man. That's
Plain and
awesome,
simple, but
yeah.
it's intact.
Yeah, right on top. My footprint's probably right next to it too, wasn't it? Pretty much. That's where I came down. That's where I was playing with the ants. I probably didn't show that to you, but there's an ant mound over there. I'll get out of your way. Not too far out of it.
You know what I call people?
So it's another day at the bone hunt. That was Mr. Streeter who puts all this on. Been doing it, I think, for 26 years now. So pretty awesome. I don't want to get you in the sun because I know you can't see with the stupid GoPros. Get a lot of glare, but I want to show you. It's like a whole bunch of acres here, hundreds and hundreds of acres today. It's going to be awesome. It's a new site. They're doing a raffle right now.
Yes.
396.
Here's Diesel. This is George's dog. Hey, buddy, come here. He's a good doggy. Yes, he is. This is a really fun hunt. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of like family structures here. You know, women and kids, and just really laid back. It's a good time.
Make it really work.
I want to ask you what your posting of the rapid ride last night was about.
Oh, just playing around.
Oh.
I don't know if you noticed, but in the title,
Yep.
I named part of the title was the ChiggsArmy Craft Aquatic.
Yep.
The acronym for that, CACA, Kaka. I don't think anyone caught that yet.
No, it was just so funny watching you go down. I'm sitting here. How is he missing? How is he not taking out his prop on that thing? He's going over logs. And
No
down
prop.
stuff, and he's hopping.
Yeah, it's a jet drive. Just roll right over that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Looked like fun. You were
Oh,
going
it
right
is.
along.
And I get in good places with it for detecting. That's why
Yeah.
I got the boat, you know. So,
Yeah, that was different.
I'm
Flectarn.
in ChiggsArmy. Yeah,
So you're a YouTuber, right?
Huh?
You're a YouTuber?
I am a YouTuber.
right there.
What's your channel?
Miss Detectorist.
Miss
MISS Detectorist.
We'll check you out. You?
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a YouTuber. There's always a lot of fun here. It's a pretty good time. So what do you have? That's the buckle you found?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
elk
beauty.
buckle. Somebody was saying
Yeah.
probably early 1800s, maybe 1812. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Do you know buttons?
Hey, Bob.
A little bit.
I've got one that I thought it was a lead token. You know, I'm used to hunting in England, but it's the guy was excited. He says it's a Rev button.
Do you have it with you? Like in your pocket in a car?
I'll get it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
So I cleaned it off, and it's got the 2 holes in it, and then it's got a 2 embossed onto it.
Oh, okay.
He says he thought it was Green Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know my butt. I could tell you if it's like Rev War though, by looking at it. You can look it up pretty easy, I would think.
Okay.
All right, let's check it. So you have a. God.
Looks to be, and
So-
I've been told it's a brass musket
So you
ball.
found this.
I did.
All right. There's been several of these found, and it looks like a musket ball, but it's green. I think that's brass. Doesn't weigh. I don't think it weighs enough for lead.
enough.
I think the weight's a little off too.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's a little brass ball, probably used for milling medicines, maybe. You know, grinding. They used brass balls for gunpowder when they made gunpowder because they couldn't use steel, of course.
Right.
So that's my guess on that one.
Thank you, Lee.
So these used to be potato fields. Is that about it?
Sounds right.
Yeah, don't go in the woods on the other side. You know, stay away from the houses down there. All the way down to the road across from the driveway, which you drove past.
That was George Jr. sitting in the chair in the red jacket. He's been putting this on for like 26 years. Pretty awesome. You ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it. What'd you find?
I don't know what it is.
This?
Yeah. What is it?
I actually know what that is because they were finding them yesterday and seeing what they were. And there's a big argument about it, so I looked it up online last night.
Really?
And apparently it's an ox knob.
Ox knob?
Ox knob. Yeah, I think they put this so. Well, this is where I might get in trouble. I didn't read everything, but I think they put this over their horns
Really?
so that they couldn't gore you as badly.
Oh.
But
Horn like this?
apparently, yeah, that's a, what kind of horn is that?
I don't know.
Ox horn? It's a jackalope. Yeah, he's from out west. But yeah, so it is an ox knob because I did see that online. A lot of argument about it, but there was a Sears catalog that had these for sale, calling them ox knobs. So
It's pretty cool.
yeah, so that's a pretty old. I mean, I don't know how old. And that other thing was an antler from a white-tailed deer. They drop them every year in the spring, and they start growing again. So
Obviously
that's
not
a drop.
jackalope.
Not a jackalope. He wanted to be a jackalope. That's a pretty cool find, though. I found a gun. Well, it's a toy gun. Unfortunately, that's telling me the site that we're at is probably not that old, but we're going to keep, well, I mean, it could be really old, but it was lived in not that long ago. Finding a few little odds and ends. Best piece I found so far. I don't know if I showed that to you. This piece of lead pipe. Finding a lot of this in the home sites up here. I'm not exactly sure what that was used for other than probably some sort of plumbing, but I'll find out. So we have a local guy with us today. He's kind of being our little guide out here on this this hunt today. His name's Leith, and hopefully he'll know what that is. It's kind of late in the day, and I've been actually wandering the property. Haven't found much. He's a nice little doggy. Wish I had some water for you. I'm in a field now that has an old home site in it. This is one of the foundations. I think there's one back there too by the tree line. And I'm finding a few things. I got some buttons and stuff I'll show you in a minute. I do have a target in the a clod of dirt that we'll look at together. I know I haven't done this yet, or at least not very much. Should be right in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but we'll try. It sounds like iron. It's probably my camera, I hope. It was squeaking pretty good before. Yeah. Not yet, though. Ah, there it is. Do you see it? Can you see right there? That's a button. It looks like a tom. Well, I suppose that's a tomback button. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Got a nice shank on it. I thought it might have a design, but it looks like a whole bunch of scratches. I'm not really sure, but that's a nice, 1700s era button. Excellent. We only have till like 5 o'clock, so I have no idea what time it is, but I think we have another hour or two. I'll try to get a few more targets for you so we can at least maybe have one video. Well, let me show you what I found so far here. Here on the rocks, let's see. We have a couple buttons, well, 3 buttons. We have a nice little thimble. All 4 buttons, and this is a piece of a giant shoe buckle. I'm not sure about this thing. Kind of falling apart though, isn't it? And some pottery. I just kept that one piece there, and I actually dug out the foundation. Some of it right in here had a big hole about 2.5 feet deep. Found 1 button in it, but it just wasn't worth the effort. Just kind of continue to surface hunt here in the hills of New Hampshire. Pretty place. I just found that tomback right there, and I got another signal deep in the dirt there, so I dug it out. I think there's going to be something right in this clump here. I'll let you listen to it. Look at the meter. I think there's some iron, but there might be a squeaker too. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, right there I think there's going to be something. Because this is where the house is, right here is lots of nails and things, so it's going to be lots of stuff hidden that you really, it's going to be hard to hear. No! Foil. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. But such is the reality of a metal detectorist. So this is the foundation I've been digging in all day. And that's the big hole I had dug. My little partner here just showed me up. He was digging right here next to me with the X300. Look what he found. What'd you find?
Found a really old button, looks like.
Yeah, that's a pewter button. Mind if I just flip it over?
Yep.
See the shank on the back? So that's probably early 1700s, maybe even earlier. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yep. What, do you have a YouTube channel? No. No? What's your name?
Ian.
Ian. Congratulations, Ian. You did good, man.
Thanks.
He showed the chig up, he did. Right next to my hole. All right, we have a little something to show you in the hole, and I freaked out. I almost screamed like a little girl, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I thought I cut myself, my finger, because you know me, I'm kind of a wimpy guy. But look, that's a broadhead arrow with the razor just sticking out just like that. And I always grab that thing. That's razor sharp. I'm lucky I didn't really cut myself. So you be careful. Yeah, I know, I kind of screamed, didn't I? But yeah, so you got to be really careful when you're digging. That's a good warning, isn't it?
I wonder how old that is.
Well, it could be in a, I don't know, it's aluminum, so it doesn't rust. Yeah. I'd say it's probably, it could be 5 or 10 at the most. Yeah. I think that steel would have rusted if it was really old, so. That's dangerous though, huh? You want it?
Sharp. No.
Here, it's a good thing to stick, like if porcupines come after you, you can like poke them with it. All right, we'll put it over here on the pile of junk. I really did kind of embarrass myself with a little wimpy scream when my finger ran across the blade and I realized what it was.
All right, it's getting late in the day. I'm pretty baked. It got really hot today, but came up here to see what Mr. Chig's doing, and he's been digging some buttons. So I came across this lower field, dug about 3. Got a good signal here. And
Look what's popping out of the soil. It's a coin. What do we got here? Is it a largie? Or is it a kappa? I'm not going to rub on it too much, but I bet Mr. Chig here can tell me what it is in a second. But that's nice. My second good coin of the day. I'll take it.
You just got Giardia. What do you have, man?
Check it
Can
out.
I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Turned itself off. That was weird. Your battery died.
Chig's gonna rub it, see. Chig don't care. King George II. So that's an early one. This is the early site right here.
King George.
Yeah, George II. 1759. Yeah. That's pretty old, man. It's older than the Chig. Yeah. What else you got? Oh, look at that baby.
I'm
It's
happy
cute.
with that.
That's cute, huh?
Did you find that today?
Yeah, down the lower field.
Looks like a lot of little, like, scratch marks across the face of that Steve. What's your rubber with? A Brillo pad?
Oh, drop it in the hole.
Jeez, no one listens to the Chig when it comes to silver, you know that. Of course,
It may have got hit by a fly. We're going to go with that story.
Yeah, you got some good stuff in there.
Yeah, I got a few things.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
See if I can pop one more coin.
Yeah, that hole might be full of coins right there.
It's a little jumpy.
Of course, I'm hearing it. Hold on a second. It's going in my headphones.
If you get it the right way, it's good, but it's going between the 30s and the 70s.
Oh, I think he's crazy.
So,
So, wait a second. What's this? That's where you dug yours.
Yeah, right. Oh, so
Look at that.
It could be. It could be. You never know.
Look at
Maybe
that.
there's another one in the hole. We'll see.
I'm picking on them. The good thing about it is that if that's not a large cent, I just don't have to put it on YouTube. I won't embarrass myself. But if it is a large cent, I can put it on YouTube and embarrass Steve. All right.
Oh, y'all got two right here next to each other?
Oh, he's thinking he's going to embarrass me and dig one right
He
beside
dug
mine.
his, and I'm going to dig one right here.
You just hit it, whatever.
Horseshoe.
Oh, that's a horseshoe. Oh, Bart just kicked across the field. Oh, no.
I see Russ.
Bart, it's a rook.
What is this?
It's a nail.
Nail.
Oh, no.
Oh, Chig.
It's a rosehead nail. Look, it's a rosehead nail.
It was a nail.
Maybe.
He thought he was going to get me. Not this time. Maybe the next one.
Maybe. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm going to check the hole.
Odd thing you got there?
Well, we modified it. Yeah. I put the little spiky on it,
Yeah,
so that can, you know, in case porcupines come after me, I can.
Yeah.
I got a good signal here. We're going to dig it together. Aren't we?
What?
We're going to dig it together. All right?
Sure.
Whatever you say, man. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is, it's right down in the bottom, so I'll go ahead and scoop it out of there. And we'll see. Sorry, dudes. All right, here we go. Should be in that scoop.
It is one. It looks deep.
Huh? Let's see if it's over there.
Yep.
Okay, so it's in this pile. I heard it. Can you find it for me with your pinpointer?
I'll try.
I think it's in there somewhere. Huh. There it is.
Right around here.
What is it? It's a snake. Look, right there. Oh, that's cool. What is that thing? It's junk. It's not a large set. That's pretty cool. That's like a little hasp off of a
That's neat.
something. Yeah, it's a colonial era. It's pretty cool.
Brass.
Yeah. Little decoration. I'll take it.
Huh.
You like me? Yeah, okay, whatever, man.
Looks like a Boy Scout pin.
Yeah.
It's colonial Boy Scout.
Yeah. I like it.
It's got some detail to it too.
Yeah. Well, that's a good sign, though. I mean, it's a.
You can see
That could be not sure where it went to, but they put those for decorations and lots of things, including muskets, sides of muskets.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
So we'll get it cleaned up and get a good look at it later on.
Cool.
Yeah. Just dug this fine button here. Don't see anything on the front though. First target of the day, starting off good. All right, it's a brand new day. It's gonna rain all day. And I just dug my first button. So I'm happy. I got at least on the board, so I don't know how long we're gonna last. I don't have gloves, and my hands are already purple. I've only been out here about 10 minutes, so it's gonna be an interesting hunt for sure. Let me get to it. So we're on this farm here, and I keep seeing these things, these like hoses and tubes going through the woods. I couldn't figure out what they were, so I had to ask somebody. And it turns out that this is like the state-of-the-art maple syrup production technique. What they do is they actually tap into the maple trees. This is a big maple tree, and they get these taps, and the juice in the spring, I guess in the spring, comes down in the hoses. It goes down to here and down to here, and it all goes down. All these trees along here are maple trees, and the tube actually goes down. I guess it goes underground. It goes right down into the barn, and they actually have like a suction thing down there that will like kind of like they're milking an old cow, you know, the old cow milkers, you know, they had suction milkers. And so they don't have to get out of bed in the morning to empty the buckets, you know, the maple syrup buckets. It does it all automatically. And of course what they do, for you guys that don't know, is they take the syrup, which is, well, it's actually sap. It's really runny, it's like water. And they have to boil it down and down and down, and it gets thicker and thicker the more water they boil out of it, and that's how they make maple syrup. I had no idea that they did it automatically nowadays. Yankee ingenuity. Heading up to the top of the hill. Look at all the tubing out here. Kind of unsightly, really, but kind of weird. All over the farm, he's got like a, how many acres do you have? Like how many acres here? Like 1,000 acres or something like that. All the maple trees are tapped. I think they're tapping all of the precious bodily fluids from this tree. Gotta watch out for them reds. What will happen is the sap will run into here. Go down the hose, and away it goes. I guess it goes downhill. This is going away from his farm, but he probably has lots of collection points. That's kind of cool. All through the woods. Precious bodily fluids, we must protect them. See, the pipes are getting bigger and bigger the further down the hill we go. Look at that, they're massive. You can almost hear the maple syrup. Listen, shh. Ah, maple syrup. Well, it could be that stream that we're hearing. I just think it's so cool. Tom's having some sexy time. And yes, turkeys can fly. So anyway, I'm up at probably the highest hill on the property. I just wanted to go for a big hike. It's windy, rainy, and quite a bit colder up here than it was down below. Take a look out across the countryside. You can see the clouds are low. It's kind of misty and wet. It's supposed to start raining really hard later today. The farm is actually down in the valley, a long ways down. Not getting any signals up here whatsoever. In fact, the only thing I found so far is that one dandy button down by the house. So if I can find my shovel, which I dropped when I went to shoot the turkeys, or film the turkeys, we're going to start heading back downhill. A different route, see if we can find a cellar hole. So I just walked down the end of the field and I saw these piles of rocks. So I thought we had to investigate. Looks like some type of quarrying operation where they're getting flat rocks for some reason, probably to sell. Some type of equipment there. Oh, that's probably a shear, maybe. Maybe that's used to break rocks. Yeah, it's a block splitter. Cool. So we'll go back up the hill and drop down into that far corner. Looks like a bowl of sketty. Or tapeworms. So I came down off the mountain and I'm almost back to the house, and I just found my second good target of the day. Another big flat button. Actually kicked it out of the leaves. See, that's where the shank was attached right there. that little solder. Well, this is where it's soldered on. You can tell that. So that's how you can really tell a button from a coin if you see one of those in the center. Nice big flat one. What attracted my attention was this depression right here. It looks like it could be an old house foundation or small cellar hole. Don't know yet. I am hearing a little bit of iron, and I just found that, so I'm hopeful. Before I dug the big flat button, I just dug another big one right there. It's got the shank on it. Oh, George Washington. Oh, you weren't thinking that. It's not. I saw the design on it right there. I thought it might be like a George Washington inaugural button. But it's not, but it is a pretty button. Nice big flatty, dandy button. Second one. In a short period of time. I'll let you join me just for a minute. I gotta get digging because I don't know how much longer the guys want to stay. Alright, you ready? Just dug another big dandy on the other side of the hole, so either there's a big jacket, one jacket lost here. It's possible. But that's good, they're all right on the surface, good signals. I'm gonna keep at it. Well, I just found my first coin. Unfortunately, it's really wet. It's pretty slick. Probably a King George copper by the size of it. I'm gonna put it in the bag and keep on digging. Yeah, probably not gonna see me for a while. On a beautiful big dandy button. Got a good shank on it. No George Washington. But it's interesting because right where I dug it, pretty deep, there's like white stuff underneath it, which I have no idea what it is, but I thought we'd investigate that together. Found it right here. It's underneath, right behind this rock, but there's kind of a powdery white stuff. I think is associated with it for some reason. Let's pull that rock out and see what we can see. I don't know if that's like a remains of cloth or something was in its the pocket of a jacket or something. That's kind of cool though. All right, I'll check with the metal detector and get back to you when I find something awesome. This is pretty awesome right here though. Oh, by the way, these date to like the late 1700s to early 1800s. Good finds. Just dug this beautiful pewter spoon called a rat tail spoon. You can see that little line right there. It's a mold seam, like maybe it's for strengthening, I'm not sure, but it looks like a rat's tail. Wow, that's awesome. Beautiful find. Now, I really haven't been doing any type of roundup videos for my finds or anything, but I did pretty good at this one little cellar hole. I wanted to show you in a pile what a small home site could possibly yield. Now, let me just show you this real quick. There's a little stream right down there, and you see there's a road over there and a couple houses. This is a cellar hole right here. It doesn't have any rocks, but there was a house that stood right here. Most of the stuff I found was just right around the house. Out in the woods, everything was, stuff disappeared. But what did we find? Well, I guess I dropped that one. I'll put that in the pile. I'll have to check the dirt. So this is what I got out of this one little spice. I got a bunch of buttons. These are all big dandy buttons, beautiful buttons. Got 2 coins. These are colonial coppers. They're kind of small, so I imagine they're like, half pennies or farthings or something. I think they're going to be pretty old. They're very smooth. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read them or not. I don't know what this is. This is an interesting little piece. Read pretty high. 1 pewter spoon, a rat tail spoon, and this was kind of interesting. I think I broke it when I dug it up, unfortunately. And a colonial pull tab. I don't know what that thing is. I've actually seen a picture of it in a book, so I should know. But I think it's pewter or something like that. It's not iron. It looks like iron, but it isn't. At least I don't think it is. Looks kind of like iron now. I'm pretty sure it's pewter, but I think it's a colonial garment thingy, but I'm not positive. But all right, so we're gonna hit the road. The rest of the crew wants to go to another farm that's not too far away, so I just wanted to show you that real quick, and then we'll get moving. Hey, so what you get?
Got a long live the President George Washington cuff button.
Could you say it with like any less emotion?
No.
He's just so happy, aren't you?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. This is a good sight, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, what's this?
Coin? No, it's a long-lived President George Washington.
Yeah,
button.
George Washington button.
No.
Rare one.
Real.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Looks like a tool that went on a wooden handle.
Yeah, kind of weird.
George Washington button.
Pretty tough right there. Back to digging. So you got something neat?
Yeah, I got a scratchy signal at best.
At best.
A repurposed copper.
So that's a coin with a nail through it. They were using like a washer or something.
Cheaper to make a hole in a coin than it was to go to town and get a watch.
I've actually heard of stuff like that, and I've always in my mind said, "There's no way that, because a penny is worth something, that they would use it as a washer." But they're proof positive that they did that.
Yeah, it's got D-shapes.
I learned something today. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I've said many times, no, they would never do that, but you proved me wrong today.
They do.
That's good. See, always learning.
Hi, Dad. Give me the other Westerfield.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you got something good?
My first one ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, looky there.
There it is.
The real?
Yeah, it's a little hard
Nice.
That's nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, that made my day right there.
Yeah, I bet.
1865 Indian too.
Sweet. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. It's raining. This is, again, the last minute of the last day, and it was fun. There's still a few die-hard souls out here. You die hard. Yeah, he is. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm heading to the truck.
My big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sense.